we're bringing this forward now because we reached out to 4 different firms, only one submitted a bid, and Dr. Peter Mack travels all over the world doing this type of work, so we'd like to get him committed and under contract. So as soon as we're done with construction, some of the upgrades that Humble Construction is doing at Nassau now, we can move forward with this contract. So I'm going to entertain a motion to enter into a contract with Astronomical Consultants and Equipment Incorporated for $160,335.
So moved. Second.
Any other questions from Matt or myself?
Maybe we'll come. I thought he was pretty amazing.
So the next item
Okay.
in
We
the,
call vote.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Mr. Gertz,
Yes.
Mrs. DeTore,
Yes.
and Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
I noticed in his last sentence, he said, I'm willing to be a volunteer also on this.
and actually, both Dr. Knox and Dan Golden from the TAG committee have been extremely helpful. They volunteered countless hours. They actually were out a few weeks ago, but even leading up to construction the past few years, them and the rest of the TAG committee have really given us a lot of input. It's a lot of guys who are involved in astronomy, so they understand a lot about the telescopes and the dome and that. And I believe Dr. Knox has been with Case going back to the mid-70s, so he's very familiar with that observatory. It's been just a wealth of knowledge, so very helpful.
Well, as I understand it, Matt, when this is finished, this will be a real gem in this area.
I believe, I want to say it's the largest scope in the state of Ohio. And I think when we were just doing kind of a quick search, it may be like the second or third largest in the country. But I know it's definitely the largest in the state. The next bit of information you have in the packet relates to the observatory exhibits. So this is actually, once the building's done, this would be more internally, both our planning staff and our naturalist staff are working together to develop kind of the interior and exhibit space and what everyone's going to see and experience as they go through the observatory. So this was more just an informational kind of update of some renderings of what the plans are. The reason, I kind of bring this to your attention is as you look at the budget in the next month or so, this is one of the projects that we're doing internally with our staff, so this will be a combination of our naturalists, our planning, and our construction crew staff kind of finishing out those interior spaces. So that's just more informational to kind of let you see sort of where things are going with the interior spaces.
Talking with Chris Mentrick, one of our naturalists that does our astronomy programs, he said that our telescope, when the work is finished, it would definitely be the largest public viewing telescope in the state of Ohio. So be enjoyable to have that thing up and running next year. So, and isn't there some type of meteorological event?
So the goal is kind of with the exhibit and the telescope restoration, we're looking at having everything completed in July of 17, giving a little bit of a buffer. August 21st is a eclipse, I believe. Chris would probably be able to tell the exact, but there's kind of a big event, so. Solar eclipse, so we're kind of looking at sort of combining that with hopefully an opening at that point, so that's kind of the goal.
All right. Any other questions about NASA Observatory? Okay, if not, we'll move on to just some housekeeping items. October, November, December are a little more sizable board packets, so here's an early one. Board meeting scheduled for 2017. Typically the second Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. here at Meyer Center, Big Creek Park. So there you go for your 2017 calendars. Any questions in particular?
Well, okay, kind of contradicted here up top. It says that review and approval, and then down below it says we don't have to make a motion for that, but is there a motion needed to approve those dates? Or
There is not, it's just for your information. Okay, next up is the request for a board-approved building closure date. I don't know how many years now this has been going on, but past boards have approved a building closure day for the day after Thanksgiving. That is different than the holidays we receive. It's just, it's a nice little perk. We typically reciprocate with the county commissioners in this regard. It's simply granting a day off work for the day after Thanksgiving. So I would need a motion for that. Bring to the table for discussion.
Also moved. Second.
Any questions, any discussion? I'll vote to approve the day after Thanksgiving for building closure day for staff. Mr. Kurtz?
Yes.
Mrs. Vettori?
Yes.
And Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Thank you. Next up are uniform allowances for 2017, $400 for full-time field employees. These are employees that wear steel-toe boots, so it's a little more. $1,000 for full-time rangers per the fraternal order police contract, $150 for part-time field employees, $275 for part-time field employees that wear steel-toe boots, and $100 for full and part-time office staff. It gets us up into, in the case of office staff, gets us into a couple embroidered polos per year or a fleece or something of that nature. So we try to structure it so that the people in the field get the most benefit, and that information is in your board packet. So I would entertain a motion to vote on 2017 uniform allowances.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any questions about uniform allowances?
If you don't know, maybe Gloria could answer. What is the total that we have for 2016 have spent? If this is for 17, do you know what we spent total in?
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say somewhere between maybe around 18. I'll get the exact figure for you when this is done, because I do have that in the payroll spreadsheet, and I can hand that to you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Call the vote. Mr. Gertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Vettori?
Yes.
And Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Thank you. Next up is 2017 vision plan. As part of our healthcare insurance, we do have great healthcare, we do have dental, but we do not have a vision plan. So the things that past board park commissioners have done is they've allowed for a total reimbursement up to $200 per year for each full-time employee and his or her family. So that's $200 for the family, not for individual, and a $100 total reimbursement benefit for each part-time employee and his or her family. So I will entertain a motion to approve the 2017 vision reimbursement.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any questions about vision reimbursement? Okay, Mr. Gertz,
Yes.
Mrs. Vettori,
Yes.
and Mr. Barker.
Yes.
Thank you. Next up is Resolution 2216 for 2017 health insurance. We do participate with the other county employees, and so we're fortunate enough to be in that pool. Very good health insurance. However, there is a slight increase from 2016 to 2017. You're seeing an increase in our premiums from $1,497.04 to $1,602.32. That's a 7% increase. So you're seeing that information in your board packet. Our recommendation recommendation is to go ahead and participate with Geauga County in the 2017 healthcare and dental at the contribution rates reflected and just shared. So,
So moved.
Second.
all right, any questions about healthcare?
I would just like to point out that it's actually a 13.2% increase, but the employees pay 6.2%, correct?
That's correct.
The parks pay 7%,
That's
so
correct.
they have both increased, both shares.
Never goes in.